So it has become apparent to me that there are a few elements of the kit that have not been well enough discussed by other people at other points, and I'm going to get to that with you in a few videos here. Number one, we're going to start with your drums. What kind of shells are your drums made of? Do you know how many plies of what wood? Do you care? Does it sound good? If it sounds off, would you consider changing? I played poplar shells for my entire career for a long time. Gigging, touring, and one nice thing about poplar is it's cheap, it's durable, it's light, gigs very well, and it keeps on ticking, and you can throw this stuff around and it's just not a big deal. They usually come in a nice wrap finish. Don't get some kind of fancy polishy finish on poplar. Please get a wrap. That thing is meant to be defensive. You get something like maple, you get something like birch, you kind of want to treat it with the respect deserved. So it may require the responsibility of, say, buying cases, or once again getting maple drums that have a wrap finish, because the wrap is more durable and kind of like a little defensive shell. But at the end of the day, whatever you get, the money that you put into keeping it safe is going to be the money that you retain in the long haul. This is a white drum set. I know going into this that this is a very, very difficult color to keep intact. I'm willing to do that because it's been my dream to have a white drum set since I was a wee little teeny bopper, whatever the heck. But yeah, that's gonna take some management, and that's okay with me. But if it's not for you, maybe that's not the thing. There's nothing wrong with enjoying your poplar kit. You stick an Audix, D12, the bass drum mic that is at every single venue you ever play. You shove that thing anywhere near the right spot in the bass drum, and pow, that thing's pre-EQ'd to make you sound incredible. You can't mess that up. I wouldn't worry about it so much. As long as the drums feel right when you're playing them, I think that's going to be the biggest, most important element as far as your choice of wood. However, moving on to the second part of what I'd like to discuss. Número dos. Do. Do. So, for numero 2, Hey, there's a band name. Anyone who wants to take that. Band name. Numero deux. Anyway. The other thing that's going to be a huge, huge sound on your kit is going to be your heads. I've mentioned before that the stock heads on these kind of things are not meant to be in the studio, let's say. They're not the best. It might even say, oh, it's Pearl, but it's, oh, look at that. Oh, we're safe. It's by Remo. Oh, okay. No. That doesn't mean jack. That means that Remo made some crappy crap and was willing to give a whole pile of crap over to Pearl, stamp their name on it for a nice price, and everybody came out winning except for the people who bought it. So, as I said in the first video, when you buy a fresh kit, you're going to have to completely reskin every single head, with the exception, the one exception of that front base head. And by the way, here's a little pro tip. The thing about Pearl, they have one thing that they stick to with their kits that you can always rely on to determine how cool it is. And because I know this and I figured it out, and I used to have an export kit, super cheap, exports. I had an export kit that I figured this out, and I bought a special head just for it. But if the front head on the drum is white instead of black, that means that Pearl wants you to know you just bought a nice drum set. No, for real. Now you're gonna be like, I don't believe you. Go ahead, go look through your musician's friend, your Sam Ash, your GuitarCenter.com, and whatever you have. You go look around, and you look through the drum sets, and you start looking at exports and visions, and they got another one that I'm supposed to know this, but anyway. Once you start getting into the upper level, however, if you go to like the masters and you go to the sessions and stuff, you'll notice the difference. They come with white heads. The lower class come with the black heads. I don't know where this decision was made or why, but it definitely creates a character that, as a drummer, I look on stage and I go, "Ooh, look at that! Somebody's got a real drum set." Versus seeing like the exact same, like if it was like a white wrap finish export kit, and I see the exact same thing, and I see that white head, I'm gonna go, "Ooh," and I'm not even gonna look at the rims or anything like that. I'm not even gonna think about it. I'm just gonna think, "Ooh, that's a hot kit. I like that." Then again, I'm also just biased towards white kits. I think they're fucking cool. Anyone who's ever played under gigging, bouncing lights knows how they play off of different drums or instruments, rather, different colors. And as a drummer, white is like the greatest because it keeps you from hiding in the background, keeps you out of the shadows, and it lets all the lights play all the way they want with your kit. So you get as cool looking a kit as the light guy wants to give you. So let's talk about heads. I know. You want to talk about head? We're going to talk about head. Do I talk? I'm having a problem, everyone. It's such a touchy subject. It gets sticky. So I'm gonna get back to you about heads in the next video. If you wanna hear about head, hit that like, subscribe, give me a little commentary in the comment section. Right down there. Yeah, I added a ziz. That's because I'm like really cool. You have like no idea. I'm like over 9,000. So hopefully I will catch you in the next video where we will talk about drum heads. And thanks a lot for putting up with me for this long. Why love? I'm a bunny.